The number of COVID-19 cases in Karnataka has risen to 565, with 13 new COVID-19 cases reported in the state on Thursday. According to the medical bulletin, 21 deaths have been reported from the state and 229 people have been discharged after recovery. Bengaluru, on the other hand, reported 10 new COVID-19 cases on Thursday. Of these, 7 cases were reported from the containment zone of Padrayanapura. 1 case each of Sari and ILI2 have been reported. The total tally in Bengaluru now stands at 141 positive cases. The number of deaths is 5, while 61 individuals have been discharged after recovery. Of the 10 positive cases reported from the city, close to 7 cases have been reported from Padrayanapura itself. Among these 7 positive cases, 5 individuals are family members of an infected patient from Padrayanapura, while the remaining 2 individuals were part of the random testing drive undertaken by the authorities. The 2 people were among the 48 randomly tested on Tuesday. Test results of 26 random tests carried out in Padrayanapura on Thursday will be arriving soon. The authorities have been carrying out random tests across the ward after several asymptomatic people tested positive in the area. Now, the police interrogation of Irfan, the main suspect in the Padrayanapura violence, has revealed more details. It has now come to light that Irfan instigated the mob to go on a rampage as he was opposed to shifting the secondary contacts to quarantine centers. However, as the rampage aggravated, Irfan reportedly fled from the spot. Meanwhile, with the police custody of Irfan ending today, he will be produced before the court for an extension. Pora-karmikas in Hongasandra sprayed disinfectants to garbage vehicles. Garbage is being collected from each house after spraying disinfectants. PPE kits too have been distributed to all the Pora-karmikas in the area. Volunteers have been distributing milk at doorsteps across Vidyajyoti Nagar in Hongasandra. The area has been identified as a containment zone after a cluster of cases were reported, and the residents have been asked not to step outside their homes. While Bapuji Nagar has been completely sealed off by the BBMP owing to the COVID-19 pandemic, the carelessness of the residents continues. Streets in Bapuji Nagar were seen littered with garbage. Residents have alleged that some people have been throwing garbage onto the streets despite a designated spot for garbage disposal. Chief Minister B.S. Yediyurappa chaired a crucial cabinet meet at Vidhana Soudha. Relaxing norms in green zones across the state was discussed in this meeting. Deputy Chief Minister Ashwath Narayan, Home Minister Basuraj Bommai and Medical Education Minister Dr. K. Sudhakar abstained from the meeting as they are under home quarantine. After chairing the cabinet meeting, Chief Minister B.S. Yediyurappa has announced relaxation of lockdown norms that will be effective from the 4th of May. The relaxation of lockdown is not applicable to containment zones. Industries around Bengaluru's industrial areas will be allowed to function. However, there is no clarity yet on what the overall situation would be right here in Bengaluru city.
Containment zone bittu ಉಳಿದೆಲ್ಲ ಕಡೆ ಕೈಗಾರಿಕೆಗಳು ಪ್ರಾರಂಭ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಮೇ 4ರಿಂದ ಪ್ರಾರಂಭ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕೆ ಅನುಮತಿಯನ್ನು ಕೊಡಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನೋ ತೀರ್ಮಾನವನ್ನ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೇವೆ. ಬೆಂಗಳೂರಲ್ಲೇನೋ ಕಳೆದ 3-4 ದಿವಸದಿಂದ ಹೆಚ್ಚು ಘಟನೆಗಳು ನಡೆದಿಲ್ಲ. ಆವಾಗ ನಾವು ಇಲ್ಲೂ ಸಹ ಬೆಂಗಳೂರು ಸುತ್ತಮುತ್ತ ಸಹ ಕೈಗಾರಿಕೆಗಳು ಪ್ರಾರಂಭ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಹೆಚ್ಚು ಅನುಕೂಲ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಈ ದಿಕ್ಕಿನಲ್ಲೂ ಸಹ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು
Chief Minister B.S. Yediyurappa issued a stern warning to ministers during the cabinet meeting and asked them to maintain social distancing while stepping out in the public. The Chief Minister reportedly asked the ministers to not embarrass the government by gathering large crowds during lockdown. Revenue Minister R. Ashoka said that there would be no sale of liquor for now. Speaking to reporters at Vidhana Soudha, Ashoka said that if the sale of liquor was permitted during the lockdown, several families will face hardships as the little money set aside by the households for purchasing essentials would be misused by the men to purchase liquor.
ಎಣ್ಣೆ ನಮ್ಮದಿಲ್ಲ, ಊಟ ಮಾತ್ರ ನಮ್ಮದು. ಎಣ್ಣೆ ನಿಮ್ಮದು, ಊಟ ನಮ್ಮದು. ಬೇಡವೇ ಬೇಡ, ಬೇಡವೇ ಬೇಡ. ಎಣ್ಣೆ ಸವಾಸ, ಉಪವಾಸ ಈಗೇನಾನ ನಾವು ಬಿಟ್ಟರೆ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರೋ ರೇಷನ್ ಎಲ್ಲ.
A meeting of opposition leaders was chaired by SIDDARAMAIAH at Vidhana Sauda. Several top opposition leaders from the Congress, JDS and CPI and even farmer leaders were present at the meeting. The meeting was reportedly held to discuss the ongoing situation, the COVID-19 situation that is in the state.
ಎಲ್ಲೂ ಕೂಡ ರಾಜಕೀಯ ಮಾಡ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಪ್ರಯತ್ನವನ್ನು ಮಾಡಿಲ್ಲ. ಈಗಲೂ ರಾಜಕೀಯ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು ನಮ್ಮ ಉದ್ದೇಶ ಅಲ್ಲ. ಕಷ್ಟದಲ್ಲಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಸಂಕಷ್ಟದಲ್ಲಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಜನರಿಗೆ ಸರ್ಕಾರ ಧಾವಿಸಬೇಕು, ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ಒತ್ತಾಯ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು ನಮ್ಮ ಉದ್ದೇಶ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಒಂದು ವೇಳೆ ಮಾಡದೆ ಹೋದರೆ ನಾವು ಅನಿವಾರ್ಯವಾಗಿ ಬೀದಿಗಿಳಿಬೇಕಾಗ್ತದೆ.
Distribution of free milk is slated to be halted from the 1st of May. The decision comes in the backdrop of the Karnataka Milk Federation not receiving any orders from the state government. The state government had only extended the distribution of free milk till the 30th of April. COVID-19 patients will be provided telecounseling after several of them complained about depression and loneliness. Many patients reportedly have been feeling guilty about passing on the virus to other people. Such patients will be provided counseling by experts. 5 people who have recovered from COVID-19 were discharged from a hospital in Bengaluru rural district. 4 of the patients were from Hoskote Taluk and 1 was from Doddaballapur. The recovered patients have been asked to undergo home quarantine as of now. Police Commissioner Bhaskar Rao said seized vehicles will be released to the owners after collecting fine. Bhaskar Rao said the decision to return the vehicles taken at the government level. Cops will collect penalties as per the NDMA guidelines and then release the vehicles. Cops had seized over 47,000 vehicles in Bengaluru for violating lockdown norms.
ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಕ್ಯಾಲೆಂಡರ್ ಪ್ರಿಪೇರ್ ಮಾಡಿಬಿಟ್ಟು ಆಯಾ ದಿನದಿಂದಾನೇ ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಹೋಗ್ತೀವಿ. ಮೊನ್ನೆ ಸೀಸ್ ಆಗಿದ್ದ ವೆಹಿಕಲ್ ನಾವು ಇವತ್ತು ಬಿಡುಗಡೆ ಮಾಡೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಒಂದು ಯಾವುದೋ ವೆಹಿಕಲ್ ಆಗಿದೆಯಲ್ಲ 2 ವೀಲರ್ಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ 4 ವೀಲರ್ಸ್ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಒಂದು ನಾಮಿನಲ್ ಫೈನ್ ಹಾಕಿಬಿಟ್ಟು ನಾವು ಬಿಡುಗಡೆ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕೆ ಒಂದು ಸಾಧಕ ಬಾಧಕ.
Now, the Bengaluru police have initiated the procedure to be followed by the errant motorists whose vehicles were seized during the lockdown to get them released. The vehicle owners will have to bring their vehicle documents and pay a fine of 500 rupees for their 2-wheelers or 3-wheelers, while 4-wheeler owners will have to cough up 1,000 rupees. The vehicle owners will also need to submit a bond pledging that they would not violate lockdown norms again. Police will also be verifying for any previous violations before releasing the vehicle. The vehicle owners will also be expected to pay penalties for previous violations if there are any. A marriage was conducted at a temple in Radhakrishna Temple ward. The ward has reported 4 COVID-19 cases so far. The family that conducted the wedding reportedly claimed to have taken permission from the Sanjay Nagar police station, but the police denied granting permission for the wedding and claimed that the family escaped from the temple before they arrived at the spot. Now, the Department of PU Education is slated to announce the results of the first PUC examinations on the 5th of May. A directive has been issued by Primary and Secondary Education Minister Suresh Kumar in this regard. Furthermore, the supplementary examinations for those who have failed will be conducted at the colleges itself. The department will be issuing guidelines about conducting the supplementary examinations in the colleges. The UGC has released its upcoming academic calendar, according to which colleges and universities will begin for new students starting September. However, classes for enrolled students will begin from August. Daily proceedings in the various courts across the state, including the High Court, have been stopped till the 16th of May. A special order was issued by the Registrar General of the High Court in this regard, and accordingly, the High Court, District Courts, Family Court and all civil courts will remain closed till the 16th of May. Each BBMP ward in Bengaluru will soon have a dedicated disaster response fund for dealing with calamities in the ward. The decision was taken during a meeting at the BBMP office, which was attended by Revenue Minister R. Ashoka and Mayor Gautam Kumar Jain and senior officials. The Palike will also form a task force to tackle the problems arising during the monsoon. BJP MP PC Mohan too attended the meeting.
ಸುಮಾರು 15 ತೀರ್ಮಾನಗಳನ್ನು ನಾವು ತೆಗೆದುಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ. 15 ಸೂಚನೆಗಳನ್ನು ನಾನು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ಈ ಮಳೆ ನಿರ್ವಹಣೆ ಆದಾಗ ಅನಾಹುತಗಳ ನಿರ್ವಹಣೆ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಒಂದು ಟಾಸ್ಕ್ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನು ಆಯುಕ್ತರಾದಂಥ ಅನಿಲ್ ಕುಮಾರ್ ನೇತೃತ್ವದಲ್ಲಿ ರಚನೆಯನ್ನು ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ ನಾವು.
BBMP Mayor Gautam Kumar postponed the monthly session of the Palike in view of lack of quorum. Several BBMP corporators refrained from attending the session due to the COVID-19 pandemic. Mayor Gautam Kumar has hit out at the BBMP officials for not appraising corporators and political leaders about the updates and measures being taken in connection with the coronavirus. Gautam Kumar said that this was leading to the leaders having to obtain the information from media whenever the residents contacted the corporators. With several Bengalurians failing to wear masks while venturing outside, the BBMP has decided to act tough against such individuals. Accordingly, the BBMP has decided to impose a fine of 1,000 rupees along with registering a case against the violators. The order will come into effect from the 1st of May. BBMP marshals, health inspectors and the cops have been assigned the responsibility of imposing fines against the offenders. BBMP Commissioner B.H. Anil Kumar has warned landlords against harassing migrant workers for paying the rent for this month. Anil Kumar also warned that strict action will be taken against errant homeowners. Now, traffic in the KR market area witnessed a heavy increase early in the day. People were seen commuting without valid passes and cops caught 9 people traveling in a single car. The cops sent back everyone with a stern warning. Heavy traffic was witnessed across several places in the city. The cops were seen checking passes of commuters in Yeshwanthpur, for instance. Heavy traffic was also witnessed in the area despite the lockdown being in place. Chaotic scenes were witnessed at a vegetable fair in Gottigere as people gave social distancing a complete miss to receive vegetables that were being freely distributed by the local MLA. Several people were seen not wearing any masks as well. Despite requests from police, people continue to throng the fair in large numbers. Onion farmers have been struggling to get the support price for their produce at the Yeshwanthpur APMC yard. Farmers allege that middlemen have been buying onions at 350 to 400 rupees per bag from them and selling it at about 650-700 rupees per bag at the APMC yard.
ಸೇಲ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಎಲ್ಲ 400 ರೂಪಾಯಿ ಚೀಲ 400ರಿಂದ 50 kg 400 ರೂಪಾಯಿ ಇದೆ.
ರೈತರ ಮಾಲು
450 500 ಇದೆ ರೈತರ ಮಾಲು. ನಾವು ಅಲ್ಲಿಂದ ತಗೊಬಂದು ಇಲ್ಲಿ 1 ರೂಪಾಯಿ.
In the backdrop of several factories surrounding it being closed, the Bellandur lake is showing signs of revival. The factories surrounding the lake have been shut for over 40 days now, and there has been a substantial decrease in the froth too. After over 1 month of hardships and near starvation, migrant workers are finally returning to their homes. The government has arranged buses to send stranded migrant workers to their hometowns in Karnataka. Relieved workers have a smile on their face. Migrant workers are returning to Yadgir, Raichur, Koppal. Several KSRTC buses have been arranged to ferry migrant workers. Each bus will carry 22 migrant workers.
ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಲಾಕ್ಡೌನ್ಲಿಂದ ಸಮಸ್ಯೆ ಆಗಿ ಏನು ಸಿಗ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ ನಮಗೆ. ಚಿಕ್ಕ ಚಿಕ್ಕ ಮಕ್ಕಳು ಇದ್ದಾವೆ, ಊಟಕ್ಕೆ ತೊಂದರೆ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಬಿಟ್ಟರೆ ನಾವು ಊರಿಗೆ ಹೋಗ್ತೀವಿ ಅಷ್ಟೇ.
Owing to shortage of blood across the state amid the ongoing pandemic, KPTCL organized a blood donation camp in the city. Over 100 officers participated in the camp and donated blood to help people suffering due to unavailability of blood. An artist from the city has been creating awareness about COVID-19 pandemic through sand art. The artist has used her talent to explain how the virus spreads and how to stay safe from the deadly pandemic.
People need to realize, people need to have that awareness that how important it is to know about COVID-19, and that is how this idea struck that I should make a
Residents of KATHRIGUPPE were in for a scare after a suspicious object was found near the KATHRIGUPPE Ashoknagar junction. The residents called the cops and the police alerted the bomb disposal squad, who rushed to the spot and defused the object that resembled a bomb. Meanwhile, the FSL team too visited the spot for inspection. As per sources, the object was reportedly a throwaway plastic box that was stuffed with potassium nitrate.
ಸಾರ್ವಜನಿಕರು ಯಾವುದೇ ರೀತಿಯ ಗಾಬರಿ ಪಡುವ ಅವಶ್ಯಕತೆ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಸ್ಥಿತಿ ನಮ್ಮ ನಿಯಂತ್ರಣದಲ್ಲಿದೆ. ನೀವು ನಿಮ್ಮ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ.
3 people were arrested for playing online poker without a license and have recovered a mobile and 1,700 rupees in cash. A case has been registered against the 3 accused identified as Muniraj, Shankarappa and Mohammad Jabir at the Banaswadi police station. The cops are on the lookout for the kingpin identified as Kishore.